From the Kankara situation, you seem to be apprised of those who did the abduction in the Kankara situation, but this one, you have no idea of those who are involved.
No, we don't have any idea of those who are involved because actually we don't even know these people at all. But you see, whoever wants to meet them, depending on the channel of communication. And I think the media should be trying to get across to go and see them and speak with them as we do as clergy. Then you will get to understand a lot of things which actually are not in the print. We don't know who they are, and the people we met there are like warlords there. And they said it happened just 2 days ago, and the area is so wide, they don't know which group or which splinter group did the kidnapping, but at all costs they are going to get contact with them, and since we're in a peace negotiation with them, definitely they will lower them into releasing them without any ransom.
It took about 6 days for the Kankara abductees to be released.
Yes.
We're running into almost a week now. It's about Monday or Tuesday last week that the situation in Kankara happened. From what you know...
No, it happened on Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
Yes, so
yeah, in another 2 days it will be a week.
A week, yes.
Okay, so it's about 5 days now.
It's 5 days, yes.
That they've been abducted. If you make a comparison from the knowledge of these abductors that you have, is the Kankara situation more complex?
No, it's less complex. Because it happened in the process of trying to see these warlords and negotiate with them to leave. Not negotiate with them, admonish them to leave this kind of way. If you have any grievances, this is not the way you address it. And we have to teach them this. And sometimes when we go there and speak with them, you see that, yes, you really have to give them an excuse, although there is no excuse for any crime. Nothing can justify crime. Crime is a crime, and they are committing crime. But why? I think it's a population that is pushed by circumstances into criminality. And this is what we should look. Let's remove the pressure. Let's remove the things that made them into criminals. Because we have lived thousands of years without any problem with the nomadic herdsmen. Peaceful people, you get your gas get stuck in the road, they come and assist you. So what happened? Something happened that led them to this. So I think listening to them is very important.
What did you discover when you listened to them?
When I listened to them, is that I found that actually it's a simple case of criminality which turned into banditry, which turned into ethnic war, and some genocide too is happening. People behind the scene, people don't know. So now we are not talking about banditry, we are talking about ethnic war.
So it's an ethnic war, right?
Yes, it's going on, yes.
So between which ethnic group?
Between now the nomadic Fulani, the herdsmen, and the others. If they are, the others means anybody who is not them. So you can imagine a Fulani man would tell me in Zamfara state that he cannot go into areas, like he cannot go into the town of Shinkafi. When the emir of Shinkafi is a Fulani man. They cannot, so it's a war between nomadic Fulanis and the others. The others include Fulanis too that are sedentary. If you go there westward on the Kadarawa of Kebbi State, there's war between them. If you go south with the Igbos and the Yorubas, and between themselves too. It's a complex issue that Nigerians need to pipe down, put cold brain and understand the issue. But I see the solution is very simple, but it's not military hardware. Anything but not military hardware.
What's the solution?
The solution is dialogue and teaching. Because these people, they are acting with instincts, natural instincts, not with special knowledge. And they don't have any ambition or anything. When they don't have, what is the future? What do they look at? What do they want to achieve? They don't have that vision. They are talking about existence. Their livelihood is destroyed. because the cattle rustling that was going on for a long time, they are the first victim of it. When the cattle finished, then people started rustling cattle in towns. So these cattle rustlers that came suddenly into the scene, this is the source where we should investigate, and we need psychologists, criminologists to investigate how suddenly cattle rustling become a booming business in Nigeria, especially in northern Nigeria, and how it affected the socio-cultural behavior of the nomadic Fulani. It's very important. They are pushed into criminality, and I think the same way, if you understand, can bring them out from it very easily and quickly.
Okay, I'd like you to clarify something.
Yes.
These elements, these bandits that you've seen, that you know, that you've spoken to,
yes,
they are Fulanis, is it?
Yes.
They speak Fulfulde.
They speak Fulfulde.
So,
and they speak Hausa.
Okay, so you call them the House of Fulani?
This is what we call the House of Fulani because of the, what do we call it, interlacing of the culture, language between the Fulani and the Hausas.
But they are originally Fulani?
They are, yes, they are physique and everything, they are Fulanis.
Of Nigerian extraction?
Oh, you know, they are Nigerians, no doubt about that.
They are Nigerians?
Yes, in fact, some of them have parents in the town.
So why, for those who say some of these criminal elements are non-Nigerians who move through the ECOWAS territory region,
yes,
into Nigeria, is that true?
What happened is, you see, as I've said now, we are having an ethnic war. The Fulani nomadic feels his existence is threatened. So what they do is, when they have a war, they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani man. They go to defend their kinsmen. Then disperse, each one goes back to his roga. So that's why they what do you call it? They transit the borders just for an operation and go back. But if there is calm and there's peace, you will not see this kind of incursion of foreign elements into the nation. And that's why it's very important. The government is very proactive in this issue. Let's go in, let's educate them, let's register them, let us do what we do to others, so that we don't have any Nigerian that can be susceptible to be used. If this money they are making is to take the land, they will be buying islands, they will be buying mansions, they will be buying cars, and this is, no, they are still in the hut. They're just trying to survive. It's just a misconception from both sides. People don't know. You need to go in. And I hope you follow me one time when I'm going in, to go with you and talk to them and interview them and see. And you see, for every victim you are talking about, victim of kidnapping, you have almost 10 times victims among themselves. They will show us, none of us here is not without a victim of violence, maybe killed by the military or killed or lynched in town. Do you know that there are situations to the extent that any man with this physique, Fulani physique, and a slim, light complexion, or even the dark ones, on a motorbike is automatically arrested and incarcerated? The first time I ventured out into Jere area, two Fulani men, we are dropped out of a bus by the police and arrested. So their leader, Arto, they call them Arto, came to me and said, Lucy, when you came here, we called some of our herdsmen to come across, and they were arrested by police. I have to send people to go and bring them out. He said, without your intervention, they would have had to sell their cows to get bail out from police. What's their offense? Profiling. It's just that he's a Fulani herdsman. This is the situation they are facing. So they are really fighting, to them, they are fighting war to exist.
Some of your critics say that you are deodorizing evil.
No.
By doing that.
You see, what they see, the Fulani herdsman now, he's seeing evil all surrounded by him. You can imagine when he sees his children, women, everything killed, his animals slaughtered. You see what happened in Oyo. His hut burnt down. Who's burning down his hut? Is somebody coming from a building, somebody coming from a car. He doesn't own a car. He doesn't own a building. He doesn't enjoy anything of the Nigerian cake. national killer. Then you are coming again to the little thing he has to kill his animals, you see? So he's seeing the evil from the other side. So each side is seeing the other side evil. How do you do? It's the clergy now. They have to come in the middle. Muslims and Christians say, look, stop this hostility. Let's iron out. Let's listen to these people. What do they want? It's very important. Demonizing anybody is not appropriate. And evil is there in everybody.
But, is it justice for those who are being victims of their kidnapping? Some of the people are being killed also.
Yes.
Would you say there's justice if you are now asking for amnesty for those who have killed other people's children?
No, you see, it's in an amnesty, it comes with a package. An amnesty comes with a package.
What kind of package are you?
Package means all victims should be looked at and the government should compensate, because actually it's the responsibility of the government to protect people, their lives and their livelihood, and we are not able to do. So since it's a negligence from government, then government should come on both sides. I'm not talking about both sides, they are victims. And I'm telling you, for everyone kidnapped, there are 10 casualties on the other side.
Are you getting any kind of support in terms of funding?
No, we don't have support except the states that adopt this, like Zamfara state, not funding that, but they facilitate our movement, they accommodate us when we come, and that's all. But there's no any funding, but it needs funding, not only state funding, because they're Nigerians. I tell you, since when God created earth, this is how they are living. Nothing of civilization. Besides that gun they hold.
So is it just
I saw two little girls. Maybe I should put the clip when you're drinking from the stream, from where animals drink. And these are the kind of people shouting, what do you call it, bandits? No. People need to go and see their life.
Let's take a break now, everyone. And when we return, our conversation with Sheikh Ahmed Gumi continues. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back.
Sequel to the authorities' earlier publication in The Nation, Daily Trust and The Sun newspapers of 20th November 2020, calling on allottees owing the authority to pay up all outstanding debts within 21 days from the publication. The management of the Federal Housing Authority hereby announces the extension of the demand notice by 4 weeks from the date of this announcement due to numerous pleas from allottees. This announcement does not apply to individuals and corporate bodies holding both land and house allocations who fail to pay the statutory fees on such allocations within the stipulated period as contained in the offer letters. Such allocations are deemed expired. All payments should be made to the Federal Housing Authority through the remitter platform. Failure to comply with this notice will lead the authority to take all necessary steps to revoke the affected allocations, which will be subsequently reallocated to interested members of the general public. Announcer Management.
As a business owner, a feeling of fulfillment comes when you experience customer satisfaction with Blue Diamond Logistics China. Worry less, because we conquer every difficulty in shipping your goods from China to Nigeria and across the African continent, be it sea or air. Blue Diamond Logistics China has a clear edge above other logistics companies because of its array of support services to its customers, ranging from warehousing, transportation, and delivery supports with confidence to fund freight and clear customs charges for customers who pay only at point of delivery. When you think freight, think Blue Diamond Logistics China. Blue Diamond Logistics China, 25 years of excellent service in logistics.
In over 40 years, we have led in housing delivery in Nigeria, giving shelter to more than 3 million Nigerians, with the largest land bank of over 30,000 hectares of land, with over 100,000 housing units and over 76 estates all across Nigeria. Such iconic estates and projects in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, Port Harcourt, Owerri, Makurdi and other parts of Nigeria, and upcoming projects in Maitama 2 and Festac 2 with our direct contract construction. public-private partnership and financing through the Federal Housing Authority Mortgage Bank, with a strong presence in the 36 states in Nigeria and a new management with a renewed vigor and focus. The Federal Housing Authority remains the biggest and strongest housing delivery agency and has been repositioned to serve you even better. Be part of the continued success story with us. Federal Housing Authority, uniting Nigerians through housing.
American University of Nigeria is where engineers, lawyers, scientists, broadcasters, and many more fast-track their future. At AUN, learning is about seeing and doing it yourself under the guidance of world-class professors. We not only encourage our students to work hard and learn from each other, but to go beyond the classroom and have fun. That's why our campus life is exciting. Students build lifetime friendships from diverse origins. It is not just about knowing which university to go to, but finding the true way. This is the way to your future. Grab it. Apply now. American University of Nigeria, excellence, integrity, and service.
Nigeria is too big a nation to have just a few people making decisions. We all have to get involved. We all have to be heard. People always talk like there are two Nigeria, the government and the people, when in actuality the people are the government. Fixing Nigeria isn't a one-man program. It is all of ours collectively. Therefore, we must all get involved by participating actively in the system that brings forth good leadership. I would like to see a Nigeria where the bond we share is stronger than our tribal, gender, age, class, and religious differences. A Nigeria where everybody's voice counts. Get involved. Register now to join the All Progressives Congress. I am Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi State, and I approve this message.
Thank you so much for talking to us. So, I was asking you, who is funding your trip? Because a lot of people will be asking the question, who is sending Sheikh Gumi on this mission?
You know, the mission doesn't require much funds. You see, wherever you are, in just a stone throw to place, you find Ruga of Fulanis. So it doesn't require much. We just buy some few little books, go to them. But you see, when I travel to a state, then the states give us logistics. You know, they accommodate us in a hotel and assist us with their police to escort us to a reasonable distance. Because there are some bandits, or I call them now militants, that don't allow police to near them. And there are some, they don't care. You can go with the police and they're ready to talk.
Why do you choose to call them militant
I choose
and
to
not
call them
bandits?
Yes, because now they are fighting an ethnic war. They are kidnapping to get money. You see now, look at the example, the case, the latest case where they released a bus full of people. They were asking 500 million. Now they freed them with mere negotiation. They freed them free.
Nothing was paid.
Nothing was paid. Even one of the victims' father was calling me, thanking. You can ask the victims.
And you brokered this deal?
Yes, it's broken.
You brokered it?
In front of us, he said he's going to talk. He said he knows those who took the bus, and he's going to talk with them. But for those who took the boys in the school, they are not sure of them. But he's still going to investigate who they are, and he's going to convince them to release them because there's a peace process going on now.
How soon do you think this can happen?
Anytime they can be released, anytime, any minute. Since there's a peace process, so they're ready to lay down their arms, stop kidnapping, stop all the things they're doing. And you see, even we call them killer headsmen. How many people did they kill? They only kill, sometimes some of them are on drugs. Some of them are on drugs. So that killing is not killing they want the money. So they're ready and they're comfortable. They can keep somebody as long as they are. Because they are in the bush, really in the bush. Getting there is very remote. They can keep somebody so they don't have, when they kill it must be accidental. Maybe somebody they took who is sick. But tell me who they have killed. How many? Few.
They've killed people?
No, they don't kill. If they kill, in the bus, they will kill people there. They want money from the people. They want, what do you call it?
They burnt down houses. They've killed people.
This is another thing. That is the ethnic war. That's not mandatory. Maybe if a nomadic man went to that village and he was killed or lynched, so they come in a group and ransack the village, not to steal, just to revenge. And this is their mode of defense, instilling fear. It's just like the honey. When you want to take its honey, the whole bunch of soldiers follow you. This is exactly, so that killing is not the stealing, you don't combine it with it's not because of, what do you call it, criminality, it's because of ethnic revenge. And they don't attack a village except that village did something to one of them. In fact, you will see that they will pass many villages and go to the one that they have problem and attack it. So this is the kind of killing, but I've told you it's a revenge.
You were being heard, you heard on a video online that surfaced, and you were making reference to the fact, telling the Fulani community that non-Muslim soldiers were responsible for the atrocities against them, but that the Fulanis retaliate by attacking both Muslims and non-Muslims. What do you mean by that?
Okay, this is a misrepresentation, and it's mischievous who does that. You have to listen to them completely. All of them that stood, they said, we are fighting because so is killed. 100 people are killed. 200 people are killed. Our fathers are killed. They didn't give you that portion. They gave you, and it's the military that is doing that.
You don't trust the military?
No, they are doing that. So I told them a case, which I can give you a clip. You should play it if you play this. A soldier came to me in 2014, 21st June, on a Friday. A soldier from the 1st Division, he said, I've just come to tell you something's happening. We are sent to fight rustlers, cattle rustlers. But he mentioned names, officers, that were killing communities of Fulanis. He himself, he said, has seen more than 300 civilians, men, children, and women killed.
By Nigerian military?
You'll be surprised. So this is why, look at it this way. It's very important.
Because this allegation, Sheikh, this allegation is very grave.
Wait.
I mean, you're saying that
that's why
extrajudicial killing by the military?
Extrajudicial killing, that was in 2014 in fighting cattle rustlers. The bandits told us, when the military first came to fight the rustlers, because they are the first victims of them, they were happy. But when they came, they were killing everybody. Then they turned into now trying to protect themselves from the military incursions. Let me tell you, we have evidence. So now, I'm going to broker a peace with these people, and they know they are the victims of these military excesses. They are. And in the videos, they have told us they have seen more than 100 different people. It's so much successive that it can be untrue. So I said, just to reaffirm that we know what they know.
If you look at what is happening, basically, one is curious. Sheikh Gumi is able to trace these bandits to their hideouts and meet with them. Why is it difficult for the Nigerian intelligence community or the Nigerian military to be able to know where these bandits are?
They know.
They know?
They know where they are. They see them by aerial views. They have intelligence among them. I've met a herdsman. I have met a herdsman who is part of the internal security. They all know. But the problem, I think now the military has learned its lesson. The first approach they had, when they go in and start killing, they realize it's the wrong way. And they realize they are producing a monster. So they are now very careful, watching and studying and seeing how they come about it. The only element now I'm adding value to it is that, look, don't just wait out, just don't wait and watch. Go in and negotiate.
So, I mean, if you look at what is happening right now, you see a situation where some military or security consultants who have told me and said, look, what we see in these bandits or what we see these killer herders, there's some kind of Boko Haram. Do you think that these killer herders or these militants, as you call them, are some form of Boko Haram or some element masquerading as bandits who are really Boko Haram?
I can say categorically they are not Boko Haram, but we have to be very careful. Because if the pressure is too much, being Boko Haram more international, more connected, maybe richer, if the pressure is too much, I'm afraid they can be influenced by Boko Haram. And there we have seen the signs that Boko Harams want to infiltrate them. But so far they are not Boko Haram. They are ready to lay down their arms. And there's an incident that happened in Zamfara during the former regime. The Fulanis themselves caught some few elements of Boko Haram and presented them to the government. Boko Haram, they're trying to preach to them that, so they are not Boko Haram now. I'm telling you, they're citizens, they recognize the government, they recognize authority. Boko Haram doesn't recognize nobody except themselves as the sole sovereignty, you see. So we are happy now that the Boko Haram is not in and that we should step in quickly and give them the true Islam, which is Islam of peace, Islam of no compulsion in religion, Islam of compassion, Islam of mercy. We have to show them that. And this is exactly what I'm trying to achieve.
So, but I mean, that's those who criticize your style are saying that because you're not an authority and you're not able to prevail on government to make this happen, and that's why they think that your style and your plan is not viable. In this case, in Zamfara, in Katsina has fallen flat on his face. What capacity do you have to make government comply?
Yes, because now we have got Zamfara government on board. We have Sokoto government ready. We have Niger State 100% ready. So we are convincing both sides and we are getting results. The only remains the federal government.
What about Kaduna State?
No, in fact, Kaduna State, Rufai is a very intelligent person. If he sees the picture as it is, I'm telling you, he will change and accept it. So I don't lose hope with Kaduna State too. And Katsina too, we are planning to go to Katsina. Katsina have seen that too. They have seen relative peace when they had with the governor, where it returned. Well, we ask why it returned? It's because there are conditions which are not met.
Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, thank you indeed for your time to talk to us on Channels Television. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me. And anytime I'm ready to be with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Stay connected to the world with Channels TV Podcast and get all the trending stories. Simply log on to channelstv.com, click on podcast, select the program of your choice, and listen. Our podcast is available on Apple, Google, and Spotify. Tap the expertise you trust. Touch the stories that touch you. Anytime, anywhere.
Thanks for joining us on Diplomatic Channel. I'm Amarachi Ubani. This week, Nigeria's new ambassadors are inducted and prepare to head on to their various missions. We'll take another look at the economics of vaccines and the macroeconomic impact as richer nations are called on to help poorer nations acquire COVID-19 vaccines. We'll be talking to the Deputy Director at the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mrs. Margaret Ogundana. That's all coming up in a moment after a quick check on other discussions in diplomatic circles.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Jeffrey Oyama, has debunked rumors that the Republic of Benin is aspiring to be the 37th state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Oyama addressed the rumor in a statement